investment.
Yeah. For Steve.
Oh,
sorry.
dude, no Dawn of the Dead at Jurassic Park.
No, this is for Steve. I was out in the room, and they have your action figure out there with the hood over it,
Right.
and they're giving Warrington credit for that.
Right.
Shouldn't Warrington
What
have
happened
it?
was when the doll people made the doll, they took the credits off. Actually, what happened was Steve Meyer told me when he hired me that they were going to let Warrington go. And they said, and as far as the screen credit is concerned, we can't give you the screen credit as Jason because they already signed him to a contract with Jason. But we're going to give you equal billing right under him in the front of the film as Jason's stunt double, which they didn't. They never did. They lied on Fox Studios. So they didn't. That's why. So when these people made the doll, Warrington got the credit. And Warrington for 25 years never. And the only reason I'm here now and I've done these shows is because for 25 years he's been saying that he's been doing my stuff. And he never gave credit to me or to you. In fact, when he was interviewed by the Card Channel initially, he told him he didn't even know who I was.
We remedied that.
So I came out because a book was written and I got pissed off. In fact, one of the first shows I did, we got together, Tom and I, and we have been talking about it, you know. And I'm really angry at the guy because he's a liar. So, and I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do this with him. I don't want to be on the same stage as him. He's a liar. I don't take other people's credit. I would never take credit for Tom's work or somebody else. I'm a stunt guy, and I'm an actor, and I've done 35 films and soaps and everything else, and I don't take credit for somebody else's work. And I take my work very seriously, as the other people.
It's a small business.
And
You know everybody, and everybody does.
It's also because you're an East Coast guy.
I'm an East Coast guy, and I'm a street guy.
And you started a fight with at least half a dozen people so far just this morning. Steve's going to be slapping people at his table there.
I was slapped by Jason. Yeah, I think you should.
You're all Friday the 13th fans in here, right? Yeah. Troy Feldman's line's longer than mine. Where the hell have you all been, for Christ's
It's
sake?
his sunglasses.
He's wearing sunglasses. I think it's the man. In the stock, every single one of you.
So in addition to a new and improved Jason, we also had a new and improved cast of
Wait, there's questions out.
victims.
Will you stop trying to monopolize shit?
That's my job.
That's the question. Right back there with your arm.
Where did the movies filmed in Phantom Lake in Litchfield County? That's where it was rumored to have been filmed.
Which one?
Any of the series, the Friday the 13th series.
Right, it was, mine was filmed in Kent, Connecticut.
In Kent, okay, which
Right.
is around the corner from Phantom Lake.
The first one was in Blairstown,
Up in the Poconos in New Jersey.
Camp Novi Bosco.
Boy Scout camp.
If you go there, the janitor will gladly pull out the Camp Crystal Lake sign from the closet for you. Way in the corner back there.
Having been part of kind of like such a legendary series, I was wondering what your thoughts were on the series after it got signed over to New Line, the last 3 installments, including Freddy vs. Jason.
Who are you talking to?
Everybody in the panel.
They didn't check with me.
I stopped watching him after part 5 because in part 5 the fucking ashtray was Jason. His spirit kept me. I did see 10 minutes of part 10 and
It didn't do anything with my residual checks. It's still about 32 cents a piece.
Yeah.
And they are.
no,
No, they
we
are.
get checks for 17 cents sometimes.
I got a residual check. I think the biggest check I ever got for Friday the 13th part 2 was about $47.
I got a check for a penny. I got a check for a penny. The envelope cost more. The check, I framed it.
There's a club in LA called Residuals where actors take those checks like 47 cents.
Anything under $1.
And the bartender takes them, puts them on the wall, and you get a free drink. There's all these residual checks. That's what it's called, residual.
And they went out of business
We did that.
because they couldn't afford it anymore. So many actors are coming in with 11 checks for 14 cents.
Yeah.
When all was said and done, it was like the wall was worth like $5. Right.
The wall of
All those
checks.
checks.
Anybody else?
Don't monopolize. You motherfuckers got questions. Raise a hand. Who? Come
Come on.
I got a funny story about the original camp.
Okay.
Cool.
It's a Boy Scout camp,
Oh, yeah.
and they shut down production for a week while a group of real Boy Scouts came in and took over. So everybody just sort of went their way for a while. We were actually camping out there in cabins, so we got to watch the whole thing. They invented the shower room where, what's her name, gets the accident.
They built that. It was just a
Fake.
set piece, not no real
The
toilet.
cabin was there, but they put in fake toilets and fake shower stalls. The Boy Scouts didn't know they were fake. So when the Boy Scouts left, the art department had to go in and clean up. They're not flushing.
Yeah, that would be a clue.
Yeah.
I have a funny story. When I did my show, I was Amy Steele. She just tried to kill me with the machete in the bear, and she almost severed my finger. We wanted to use a stunt girl, and they wanted to use Amy. So she missed, and oddly enough, I have 13 stitches on my middle finger.
Whacked it.
And when I was chasing her, I broke my ribs diving out of the woods. So I've been to the hospital on 2 previous occasions. And then when we did the dying scene where I died, they got the machete in the shoulder, I'm laying there, you know, and they yell, cut. And Cliff comes over and he said, Stunt to me. He said, you okay, buddy? I said, yeah. He looks at me and he says, you all right? I said, yeah, but I got a great idea. He said, what? I said, let's go to the hospital. Because I was quite a celebrity at the hospital, you know. They were shooting a movie and it's a small town. So we get in the car and we start driving to the hospital. There's 2 old ladies alongside of me. And there I am with the machete out of my shoulder. And I went, hey. The machete, you know. So when we get to the hospital, Cliff says, you know what, don't walk right in. Let me go in and make sure the coast is clear. Because you're going to walk in with that thing with the blood and the machete. And it's like, it was so crazy. No, I didn't have the bag, just a lot of blood. So Cliff goes in and he walks in, and the nurse says, you back again? He says, yeah, but it's bad this time. So I just wanted to make sure the lobby was clear. So he comes out and he goes, so I come walking in, and as I come walking in, everybody's aghast. And I walk up to the desk and I said, you got anything for a headache? While I was sitting there, well, you're here, let's redress your finger. So I sat down and I think, Eric, you're here, right? Eric, Crystal Lake Productions? I thought I saw him in here. But he posted a picture of it on ducksandgory.com, where it's got me sitting in the hospital with the machete, the girl redoing my finger. I don't know where he got the picture from. I just saw him, he's a friend of Warrington, that's why he left.
Yeah. He's right now telling Warrington that you're calling him a chicken.
Warrington's a chicken motherfucker. I'll come back in here anyway.
My money's on Steve Dash.
That was in the Port of Balding.
Let's have a big hand for Stu Charno.
Go ahead.
Quite possibly the funniest guy in the entire series. You there, go ahead.
I've got a question for Stu. You were obviously very young when you met Friday the 13th. How did it affect your life? I mean, was it a blessing for you on a personal level? Were you more popular in high school? Were you, or was that negative thing for you?
You know, it had almost no effect at all. Because at the time it was just, wasn't as big a thing as it's become over the years as we have, the series continues.
Yeah, but a few years later, you were perceived. So.
True. Oh, I don't know if that's why though. I think that was just a coincidence. I don't know. I'm pretty retarded though, so it's hard to tell.
Right back there.
Stu, as everybody else has said, Friday the 13th Part 2 jealousy, that you got to survive.
What's that? Were they jealous?
Yeah,
They
you
pissed
got
at
to
you.
survive. One of you.
Well, let's see. I think just the fact that I got drunk more than everybody else. I think that was an issue. And I did.
On part 4, the teenagers were coming up to us and they wanted to know how they were going to die. Because they all wanted to die. They wanted to see as gory as possible. So the juicier their death, the better,
That was the end of that.
I thought there was more coming.
No, I also did. I thought it was all whole story there.
Well, there's a lovely story about the girl in the raft, right? The part
Oh, yeah, we were telling that story?
Yeah, tell that
story. A 6-6 story.
Hey, you tell the rap story, come on.
We shot part 4 at Zoetrope Studios, Princess Coco's place. And, you know, Van Halen was rehearsing, and there was a guy living in the effect shop who had just gotten out of prison.
Hold up, can we say that again? There was a guy living in the effect shop
In the effect shop.
who just got out of prison.
He was a friend of somebody's. Little John, he was a little weird guy.
Okay.
And, so we cast
see where this is going.
Yeah.
We cast this teenager, we cast the back of her because she's supposed to be lying in the raft, and Jason machetes her from beneath the raft. It's actually in part 4. But the girl was really standing up in the, out of the raft, and we attached this rubber body we made of the girl to the girl, and her hair covered the neck, so the machete came up through a fake body. So we had like 3 or 4 of these fake bodies back of the girl, and they were painted, you know. And in the shop, we kept noticing that the paint was kind of messed up. Then we noticed Vaseline and pubic hair on the body. This guy was fucking our rubber dummies.
I want to say that wasn't me.
Wow.
This is part 4.
Yeah.
Well, in part 2, the girl that went in the lake naked,
Kirsten Baker.
Kirsten Baker.
Wave a hand for her buttocks.
She would literally eat in the mornings at breakfast 2 or 3 dozen eggs and potatoes and toast. The hugest meals you ever saw. She wasn't anorexic either, anything like that, or bulimic. And she would run for miles and come back. Well, when it came time to shoot that scene in the lake, where she had to do the nude scene, they were going to have a clear, they don't know, nobody on the set except the kid. She said, oh no.
I want everybody to see that.
We all went out, you know, and watched. Dynamo shoot. Wow.
He even took the bag off his head for that. It was 11 degrees. It was 11 degrees outside. It was so cold. Oh. I had a scene where I had jumped in like there was John Fury was telling a scary story around the campfire. And I jumped in wearing a mask and I put a spear and I scared everybody. And I, you know, just had like a little thing up. It was so cold. I can't begin.
Why is it always so cold? It was
It was October.
in the boat at the end of the movie.
We were in part 4, the girl in the raft again was in Topanga Canyon. This is LA, and it was freezing, and she was naked in there for the scenes before that. And Jason, Ted White, made them stop because she was going into hypothermia. He said, I'm not doing anything until you get her out of the raft, and they got her to someplace warm. Because they don't care, she's just a prop, you know.
Right.
They become a prop when you're in these movies.
When you're an actor, you're a talking prop. Just want to say that for anybody who wants to be an actor,
Chris!
get a job.
As far as us, when you were out there filming, did you actually stay on set or did you stay in hotels, or at that time you were
Hotel.
packed in
Hotel.
Hotel.
Yeah.
We stayed at the camp in the cabin.
Cabins.
In the winter, we had to take plastic. This is a fact.
Close the windows.
Cliff and I took plastic and wrapped the rooms in plastic and taped it so we enclosed it. Then we got heaters to keep it warm. Hotel? Are you fucking kidding? Today I did a hotel. Then I got Bugats.
Bugats.
And we were happy to get it.
And I was happy to get a Bugats.
That's
How
right.
does that work?
No, but on part 1, we didn't stay with the cast and crew at the hotel. We preferred to stay at the camp. We had a cabin and we had the
We're
first
up
day
late every night in the shop working too, so we were up
Which is
2,
in the
3,
camp,
3
yeah.
o'clock.
And we
Easier
had
just to stay there.
we had the first Betamax and only 2 movies, Barbarella and Marathon.
It was
Man.
this big.
We watched one every night for 2 months. We could quote you any line from Marathon. But we stayed in it was just more fun to stay in the camp, in the cabin with the motorcycle. We were fencing,
We were the only ones
fencing
there.
in the woods.
Yeah.
And we were using the Boy Scout camp kitchen in the pizza ovens to bake the mold.
Ruined.
Jason was baked in the pizza ovens.
Was there any like funny practical jokes being played at all that you can talk about?
Somebody filled up my 6-pack with empties. That's not funny though.
Every day there's little things. I painted a bunch of weapons and tools that were identical to the real thing, and Tom was always throwing them at someone.
The rifle and the fireplace poker.
As soon as someone walks in the shop, Tom picked up the hammer and whipped it at someone. You get
I mean,
it
you're
every
right,
time.
because the outlet for practical jokes increases when you do special effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Oops, I'm confused.
Was Feldman asked to come up with you guys? Did you sit down?
Is Feldman, what about him?
Was he offered to come up with you guys today?
I don't know.
We'll go get him.
No, did they ask him?
I think we should probably one and
He
two.
wasn't on the list.
Anybody have a cell phone?
I think he's powerful enough to have his own thing in here. They don't need us to close.
Betsy Palmer didn't he?
No, she had bronchitis, she had this real sick.
Yes, he's an isolated.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about practical jokes, but I also wanted to ask if, when y'all work in this, since y'all are in so confined space, and it might help with like the creative part of the movie, but y'all, actually enjoy getting closer by, y'all fight a lot.
Yeah, one of the stunt guys was screwing in steel, I know that. It's not me,
He was using a stunt bag when it was
And we had to stop shooting for 2 weeks because Andy had herpes.
You can start talking about who was funny.
It didn't sound like they were partying at all to me, man.
I don't remember.
Let's just say there were cast members who also stayed at the camp sometimes, okay?
What do you think the censorship that occurred with Part 2, a lot of the kill scenes being cut down?
I was actually surprised because some of the, when I see it now, I'm shocked to say, just cut out? Oh my God, that was nothing. If they would have left it in then, what they shoot today, it would have been great. But, I mean, the stuff that they took out, to me, was ridiculous. Because there's a lot of good stuff in there.
What did they take out?
There's a scene in there where she cuts my arm with the chainsaw. And if you watch the movie today, there's an explosion. There's no blood. When it was supposed to be, when she hits him with the chainsaw, blood came out.
Yeah.
So that's not there. That's gone. And the other thing was when I was going after her in the car, I put the pickaxe through the roof. Well, the car door hits me and I fly up in the air backwards and go down a hill. Well, they cut that thing just so bad that she opens the door, but the next thing you know, I'm laying on the hill. I don't understand it because it was a great shot. When it wound up. And we shot it like 5 times. They cut out the scene where she kicked me in the nuts, too. And that hurt 4 or 5 times.
You never see Jason get kicked in the nuts.
I'm running up, I come up the hill, and she comes around, I come around the corner, she kicks me. They really made a point of get that shot. So I go down, and I go, and then there's a scene where then I go rolling down this hill. And they cut that, you can't see. And that was part of the violence, that thing, that kind of stuff.
But throat slashing is okay.
It's okay to cut someone's head, don't kick Jason in the nuts.
Well, when we cut, what's his name, when he was hanging upside down with the machete, you noticed the machete was backwards, the blade was out, and they cut it with the back of the machete. I never understood.
Don't tell anybody.
Yeah, because they didn't have another machete.
Plastic machete.
So they said, well, just turn it around. I said, what the fuck is that? They said, just turn it around. I said, fine.
Did the same thing with the guy in the wheelchair. The back of the machete.
That was a great, I think that stunt, by the way, the guy in the wheelchair going backwards, that was one of the finest stunts I've ever seen. Look choreography. They had a wire, they did a wire along the banister, and then they hooked the wheelchair to the wire. Tony Tarantino was the stunt guy, that's James Tarantino's brother. He was the stunt guy in the wheelchair, and we had the rainmaker making the rain, and the whole deal, and the whole, I mean, it was a great day. We went down backwards, and that was a long place there.
He bounced like
And they, you know, and they weighted down the front of the wheelchair with a 100-pound weight.
Wow.
So it wouldn't sit backwards on Tony, so it wouldn't fall out. That was some day. That was a great day.
well thought out.
Great day. Cliff really put that in kind of sweet.
Did, what's his name from Wizard Works do the rain? What's his name? What's the, little guy?
Little guy,
Little
yeah.
guy,
I
yeah,
remember
funny
his
guy,
name.
yeah. Wizard Works is the name of his company.
Well, you remember one.
They call him the Rain Man.
The Rain Man,
Yeah,
yeah.
this guy
Came
man,
in an old fire truck and
Man,
had
that
tubes
whole, he had that place rigged up, that rain, great.
on and off.
Yeah, he would take that thing rain like crazy.
You understand that, they don't wait for it to rain, right?
Creative.
Stupid.
Magic ball.
Right there.
That's for anybody up there. If you ever offered another Brian.
Work is work, you bet.
No, I wouldn't do it.
He's lying.
I called him, you fucking liar.
Actually, I was offered part 3 after 2, and, but I had just gotten a job on Guiding Light. So in fact, I walked into the dressing room, Kevin Bacon was on Guiding Light at the time. And there was the poster of Friday the 13th, which he rapped on a year or so before. And I told him that I just did this Jason thing, and he was surprised. But they offered me 3, but they wouldn't pay my airfare out to California, and they wouldn't pay my per diem. So I was working on Guiding Light, so I said, fuck you.
I like the direct one, you know. But make it a little more, I don't know.
I think they, let me tell you what I think Friday the 13th should be. This is what I think. I think it should be, not because I played Jason, but I think it should be more about Jason. And he does kill people, but more about him, focus on him. And don't make him a superhuman guy. It's crazy. It's out of sight already. You know, spaceman. Give me a break. Yeah, I think they ought to do something like where they catch him, they put him in jail, and then he deals with that shit in jail. Oh my
He wants to kill people? Nah.
He's fucking other prisoners.
He's fucking
It's like Jason in Oz. Dum, dum, dum.
Have any of the movies gone back to when the little boy was drowned?
Yeah, a couple times. The makeup didn't match.
Freddy versus Jason, right?
Freddy versus Jason.
And also part 8.
And yeah, there's the one with the.
If anyone could tell me what the fuck was going on in that one.
That's like a Jason meets Carrie kind of thing, and somehow she psychically turns him back into a boy.
No, that's part 7.
What am I thinking of? He turns into a kid again.
In Jason versus Manhattan, I guess the New Kids versus Manhattan. Jason they will piss them New Yorkers.
I put my money on Manhattan.
Yeah, really. When toxic waste
Yeah.
washes away his evil adult self and leaves him a quivering man-child on the floor.
Right.
Whatever reason.
I think they should take Jason and team him up with, you know, like Abbott and Costello meets Frankenstein. They should get a comic group, like maybe some rap guys or, you know, a rap group or something, and make a big comedy out of Friday the 13th. Because, you know, when Abbott and Costello's career's been dying, it was rejuvenated by teaming up with a monster. It killed Frankenstein forever, you know, but their careers went nuts. So I think a funny big black rap group or something, and Jason beats them. Or Jason beats, fill in the gap.
The Wu-Tang Clan.
There you go.
Throw your W's up in the air, Jason.
Any more questiones? Someone. You there.
Cleones.
What?
He can't hear you.
What were your expectations when you were Friday the 13th? Were you skeptic or did you know it was going to be good?
On part 1 we didn't know. We had no idea.
And on part 2, I saw part 1, and I said, you're going to make a sequel.
To that?
And I did. And I continued to, which is why you're all here.
But don't forget, Friday the 13th gave, because of that, Michael Myers came into existence. You know,
That's not true. Halloween was first.
That started it all.
Halloween was before Friday.
Halloween was, yeah.
Sorry, never mind that part.
Tom Savini, horror genius.
Listen, I'm the first to tell you I have no chronological memory. I have to call these guys and say,
But he may be the
"Did I
second
do Monkey
to tell you."
Shines before Texas Chainsaw?" When I did my books, I had to call these guys and they told me what order I made my movies in. I remember it. I don't even care. I made them. You know?
So never mind that part.
Yeah, chronological memory.
But after there was a big thing at prom night and Happy Valentine's, what is it? Night?
My bloody
Ah,
Valentine's.
Splatter movies. Splatter movies.
Splatter movies took off.
Praise for the 80s. Yeah.
Right there.
How much of your own personal life did you put into like Corey Feldman's character in part 4 as a little special effects artist and
Yeah, his name was Tommy.
Yeah,
He was a
yeah.
special effects kid, you know.
Actually, there's a
was
scene.
the mask that he showed his mom that they wanted to work on, was that the alien one?
The what one?
The alien or alien?
Oh, you know who did that? Alec Gillis of ADI.
Oh, is there
On the crew of Friday the 13th Part 4 was Alec Gillis, who formed his own company. They did Alien vs. Predator. Kevin Yeager, Sleepy Hollow. John Bullish, Optic Nerve. All these guys went off and formed their own company. So those masks that Tommy had were all John Bullish's, except for the alien. That was something that Alec Gillis. They just made those in the studio while they were working on the film. You know?
There's a scene in part 2 where we're all walking through the woods, just like being trained as counselors, you know. And Bill Randolph, great guy, great actor, he and I are singing a song that I wrote.
Everybody!
So it's that kind of personal touch.
Well, Stu Charno, musical genius.
In the first one, Harry Crosby was actually playing the guitar himself. Well, that wasn't
Well,
dubbed in,
he'd
that was
sit in
him.
the studio for hours and just play classical guitar in the barbershop chair.
Harry Crosby attached himself to us wherever we went. He was enamored of the stunts because, you know, we were doing the stunts in the film as well as special effects. And he was sitting in the backseat of the car every time we went someplace playing Segovia. You know, it was wonderful.